Hey, what's going on, friends? Welcome to another episode of The Trevor Ohlsen Show. Episode number 6 on Wednesday, October 7th. I am your host, Trevor Ohlsen. How you doing, folks? Let's talk about talent. Do you remember when the world used to have talented people in it? And you actually had to fucking be good at something in order to get some recognition and some praise. Not anymore! No. Rest in peace, Eddie Van Halen, arguably one of the greatest guitar players of all time. He revolutionized guitar playing. He raised the bar of what it meant to be. What? I can't talk. He raised the bar of guitarists. Wow, I can't speak today. It's going to be a hell of a podcast. Hang on, folks. He raised the bar, and he made everyone step up. And you know why his debut album with the band sold 10 million albums? Because it was fucking incredible. All right? No one had heard anyone play like he played. He was full of skill, full of talent, full of ability, full of marketable skills that appeared non-human, okay? He was very, very, very talented. Much like someone like Michael Jackson was very talented, very good at what he did, and one reason why he's arguably one of the greatest performers of all time. Now you got these fucking TikTok kids, all right, dancing on. I've talked about this before, but we're starting the show off hot. We got these kids dancing on TikTok. They shake their little hips once in a while, and most of them are 15. So I feel like a pedophile watching as a 25-year-old man. I feel gross. And then they shake their hips a bit. It gets 100 million views, and people praise them for like they cured cancer and COVID. You know, I hope these kids contract COVID, recover, and then die of cancer. I do. In my heart and in my soul, I hope all the TikTokers get COVID, kill their grandmothers, recover, and then they themselves die of cancer. That's just my thoughts on it, all right? You know, they're making $500,000 a day. You know, like I said, they're shaking their hips. I don't know. It's a talentless, so odd industry. I don't know if we want to call it. It's part of the entertainment industry. It's so weird. Like, who would have thought that we would get to a point where real talent didn't matter? I was talking with my sister about this. I was like, these chicks, these 13-year-old girls that pedophiles are watching, they go up, they move their legs slightly to the left, and they bounce up on their right foot for a bit, and they smile, and they go, oh my God, look at me, haha, look at my tits. And again, you feel very, very creepy when you see a little tit, and it's uncomfortable. I deleted the app, all right? I put up 4 videos. I said, fuck this, I feel retarded and gross. All right, now I know you're not supposed to say retarded, but I'm trying to get that word back in the vernacular, all right? Listeners, hop on board with me. Let's get that word back. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. I talked about that on the last podcast. The word retard was, in my opinion, it was ahead of the group as far as political correctness and what you are and aren't allowed to say. It was the sprinter. It was the Michael Jordan of words you're no longer allowed to say. He's way ahead of everyone else. That was the word retard. But anyway, these kids, they're making $500,000 a day. It's so bizarre, and they've got paparazzi following them. It's just so weird. Like, no, you don't have to be talented anymore to like the fucking cranberry guy. I haven't seen the video. I've heard about it from multiple people. Excuse me. Oh, God. Oh, I just burped and threw up in my mouth. Wow. Oh, that's the worst. That was disgusting. Sorry about that, folks. Now where was I? I'm almost throwing up in my mouth. Let me see. Hold on. The cranberry guy. I had to pause and go back because I was all over the place and I felt like I was going to throw up. Okay, moving on. I just ate food. I still haven't figured out when's the best. I'm eating food every time before I podcast. I'm stuffing my face with eggs and bread and butter and fruit and 40 ounces of water, and I come down and I start yelling into a mic, and my body doesn't want to work with me. So, like, you can be the cranberry dude, which I haven't seen, and what's he doing? Singing along to some Fleetwood Mac song, right? He's just having a good time. I think he's on a longboard, something like that. I heard he's from Wyoming. He's got a tattoo on his face. I don't know how many views it has, but I'm sure it's got a fucking billion, and he's probably raking in like 20 mil from it. Now, I think he's just a father. He's not like a 14-year-old girl dancing on TikTok. And you know what? Power to him. You know, maybe I'm just jealous of the, you know, if I was 15 and retarded, and I thought I could dance a little bit, you know, I would download the app. And if I got like all of a sudden 20 million people watching me, or like the chicks, what are they called? The D'Amelio, the dingo chicks, who've got like 80 million people following along with them. And these kids like worship them. Like they're doing something important. They're not. They're not doing anything special, and they're going to grow up. Well, actually, they're making millions of dollars. So I was just going to say they're going to grow up and realize that life isn't that great. But, well, not that life's more difficult. Life's more challenging than a fucking shake of the hip. All right? And they're going to figure that out. But they probably got like 20 mil just in the bank hanging out. And they can do whatever the hell they want. So maybe, and I'm not unaware of this, and maybe this is my own, maybe I'm jealous of them. You know, because if I was dancing, shaking my ass a bit, and I had 38 billion people watching me, I'd go off some power trip and probably think I was the greatest thing in the world. And I would think what I was doing was important because look, I mean, I've got 48 billion people watching me. My last video got 80 billion views. Yes, very important. I'm very special. So, I mean, of course you're going to feel like you're doing something important, but TikTok is just this new thing. It's like social media in general, all this big tech, it's all new to us. Like no other human beings have ever had to deal with what we're going through and what we're dealing with. I personally think that a lot of these TikTokers and younger kids in general are going to grow up very, as we're already seeing with mental disorders and nihilistic and entitled, and they're going to have a complete delusional a sense of delusion about the world. They're going to grow, Yep. They're gonna walk out and they're gonna see some dude blowing a guy in an alley behind a McDonald's with a heroin needle in his arm. They're gonna go, what's that? You know, they don't know. They don't know what's going on. They got their millions. I'm happy for them. When people get rich, I want them to be rich. All right. I'm not an envious person. I try not to be an envious person. When people are successful, I try my hardest to feel very good for them and feel happy for them, truly, because I think it's very, very bad mentally if people around you get successful and you are sitting there with a bitter and envious heart saying, well, you know, if they shouldn't be successful, it should have been me. You know, the world stopped me. I'm being shadow banned. Like all that weird stuff. So truly, I'm happy for people. And this was a conversation that I was just having with Shane, and it's this idea of inequality in America. Is there inequality in America? Yes. Is there inequality in the world? Yes. This is the world we live in, folks, all right? If your little monkey brain hasn't wrapped its little monkey fingers around this, let me help you out, okay? So there's some very intelligent, very conscientious people in the world and it's a small percentage of people, men and women, who become hyper successful because they work all the time and they end up creating something like an Amazon or something like Apple. Okay, so you've got Jeff Bezos. You know, his company's got it's a $1 trillion company. He's the CEO of a $1 trillion company. All right, way to go, Jeff. And people are like, well, that's not fair. It's like How the fuck is it not fair? The guy works 200 hours a week. I think there's only 100, I don't know how many hours in a week. The guy's working nonstop. He's very intelligent. Clearly, he created one of the biggest companies this world has ever seen and probably will ever see. It's absolutely going to go down in history, and it's everyone knows what Amazon is. It's like Justin Bieber, all right? Everyone knows who Justin Bieber is. You could go to the fucking Sentinel Islands where that last tribe is hanging out, having a good time, eating berries and firing arrows at the helicopters. All right, you could go there, Sentinelese people, and you'd be like, do you know Bieber? And they go, oh, yes, Bieber, Justin Bieber. Baby, 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 all night. My accent, there's no accent. I'm not good at the accents. I want to get good. I want to get better at doing impressions. I've never tried personally, but I'd like to nail some. So it's like Bieber, okay? Everyone knows about Amazon. It's a global company. And for people to be like, well, it's not fair. Like the rich have all the money and the poor don't. It's like the rich made all the shit. Be happy for them and have a grateful heart. Damn it. All right? Be grateful for the fact that there's an Amazon, that there's a fucking NASA smartphone, little mini computer in your pocket, all right? Don't be mad that they made $1 trillion off it. It makes no sense. So there's always going to be inequality. I think there should be equality of opportunity for men, women, cats, dogs, whatever the fuck you are, all right? Whatever. Everyone should have access to the opportunities. But people are just different in temperament. People are different as far as how hard they want to work. There's people out there. Listen, like I said in my last podcast, I'm collecting unemployment right now with the old COVID. Not feeling so good. And I get it. I get why people just leech off the government. You know, I understand. It's nice. Keep that money, roll it in. Let's go out to dinner and fuck at the end. So, you know, there's going to be people out there who have a bare minimum goal. They just don't want to die, basically. Enough food, enough shelter, just to scrape by. All right? And that's what they want. Oh, you're probably hearing my cat meowing. That's all right. Apollo! Get out of here. He's at the fucking door. Let me in. So, you're gonna... God, I'm so distracted. So, there's gonna be people that don't want to work. All right? And then there's gonna be people who go, fuck that, I'm gonna work all the time. And then there's everything... There's a gigantic spectrum of hardworking people and lazy fucking people. All right? That's it. So everyone should have the opportunities, the equal opportunities, but it's not going to happen, folks. There's never going to be complete equality. And you don't want complete equality as in regards to, listen, if you had a horrible plumber and a great plumber, are you going to choose the shitty one over the good one? No, you're not. And technically, in that moment, you're discriminating against the shitty one because you want someone who's competent at what they do. All right, that's how everything works. I don't know why I got off on this. I don't know why I'm talking about all this. Let's move on to something else. We got a lot going on here at the Ohlsen residence. We ordered the NMU Wi-Fi, which is very exciting. We have to get it 40 feet up in the air. Thankfully, we have an antenna that's 42 feet up in the air, so we got to fucking take that bitch down, hook the thing up to it. We got to run an Ethernet cable down into the basement. It's a big project, me and my dad. We're proud. If you never hear from me again, it's because I fell off the roof. All right? It's a real concern. I helped my cousin put his internet thing up one time, and we almost died. He was trying to do it by himself with a 20-foot metal pipe that we had to stick up in the air. I thought him and I were going to pole vault off to our demise. And we are going to be about 20 feet up here on our roof. So there's a good chance you won't be hearing from me. So thanks a lot for tuning into the final episode of the Trevor Ohlsen Show. No. So got to get that NME, got to get it hooked up because we're living in the 18th century. Yes, because they were bitching about the Wi-Fi then. Not the syphilis or the gonorrhea wiping them out. So got to get it hooked up because I can't do it. I almost punched my $3,000 laptop because the Wi-Fi wasn't working. The laptop's great, all right? But in my mind, I equate it with my laptop's not working. And then I go, you fucking piece of shit. And I like wind back. I actually did that once. I wasn't proud. All right, this was in college, and I needed a laptop of some sort for college. And we had this remember the old iMac, or I think it was called the iMac, but it was the old laptops that Apple made, and they were white and they were just thick, like an inch thick. And I was living at my aunt and uncle's at the time, and I had been using it, and it was so slow. It's just one of those computers. Excuse me, one of those computers that just isn't working, and the Wi-Fi was slow, and I had been using it for months, and it was just every day, just a little more frustration, a little more resentment toward it. Like, oh, fuck this laptop. And then one day I just elbowed it 3 times very hard and shattered the screen. And then I called my parents. I was like, hey, can you guys send me that other laptop we have? And they're like, well, what happened to that? Well, the one we gave you. And I was like, I fucking, elbowed it, maybe. Sorry, I did. I couldn't help it. I was so mad. And I have come close to doing that to my brand new laptop. And I need to not do that. I need to have like a fucking dummy sitting next to me that I can just swat when I'm frustrated. So we're going to get this Wi-Fi hooked up soon, hopefully within a week. And that way I don't have to drive into town, go to a cafe to upload a fucking podcast or whatever else I have to do. Because I have to drive into town just to do anything. To get anything done, I get in my vehicle, I drive to a cafe, I get some tea, I look at some pretty ladies, I smile, I say hello. When they don't look at me, I think, why aren't they looking at me? Because I'm vain and narcissistic. And then, I'm hanging out, I do the uploading, I get a girl's number, take her out, go out to dinner, bang her. I mean, yeah. I mean, my life's tough, all right? I have to do that every day. That's a lot of banging. All right, that's 7 girls a day, 365. That's not true, or maybe it is. So I want to, maybe is it too early? No, I'll wait. I want to talk about a few things. I had someone reach out to the show. My friend Micah. Micah, how you doing, brother? Everyone say hi, Micah. Hi, Micah. So he wanted to hear about what high school was like for me. So I don't remember too much of it. But it wasn't but not like I was like fucking, blasted throughout the experience. I wasn't. But it wasn't like, I don't look back on it with a lot of reminiscing. Some people, that idea, that narrative, that common narrative that like high school is the best years of your life. It's like, what? Well, it's downhill from there. I'm 17 and it's downhill from there. Really, junior prom. That's the best night I'm going to have? Well, shoot me now. Because it wasn't that fun anyway. I got a blowjob that wasn't that great. All right? It's the narrative that high school is the best years of your life is so crazy. All right? And kids in high school listening to this, trust me, it's not. You're going to go off to college. You're going to bang like 80 people. You're going to try all sorts of different substances. It's going to be wild. All right. Now, I recommend, don't get someone pregnant. Don't get an STD. You know what to do. Be smart. But you're going to experiment. All right. That's what we all do. So, but as far as high school, I had pretty much one main friend. that I stuck with. Joe, my buddy Joe. And then I was nice to everyone because I'm so nice. I'm just so nice. I was nice to everyone. So I knew everyone, in my class. I didn't hang out with everyone, of course, but I felt well received by most people. And that's as I've gotten older that I've realized now, because I'm a people pleaser and I want everybody to like me. Just look at me. Just tell me you like me. Please. So I was well liked by, or I was just liked by, most everyone. And high school was easy for me, thankfully. I didn't get like picked on or anything like that. I was in taekwondo and kickboxing at the time. Not that I am very intimidating at all. In fact, I'm incredibly approachable. Listen, people walk up to me all the time. They could have a gun and a knife both aimed at my throat, and I just smile and be like, "Hello, can I help you?" So high school, as far as like specific things that stand out, I mean, it's thinking back on it, it's all so lame. It's like I was on prom court, which I thought was neat at the time because essentially prom court was all the jocks, as they say, all the jocks. I didn't care for the jocks, but that's because jocks are kind of assholes. But it was pretty much the whole football team and then me on there, which made me feel good. I was like, oh, people like me. Like, cool. I'm not a complete fuck up. That's good. Prom itself, good time. Like I said, shitty blowjob, but also that was because in defense of the lovely lady who, participated in that experience. It was like the first one for me, and I was very insecure sexually, so couldn't get off at the end. It was on me. She wants to meet up, like next week now. I'm good to go. I'm much more confident. I'm completely secure in my own sexuality now. So sweetheart, give me a call. So prom was fun. I mean, like those experiences are always fun. I can't really think of anything, Micah. I'm sorry, dude. But yeah, I mean, high school, when you're in it, it seems very important, especially when you're a senior. It's like you are king of the hill, no doubt, and you're on top of the world. And you're like 17, 18, so you feel like an adult. But, as a 25-year-old now, as a 25-year-old man, I look back on my 18-year-old self, and it's like, my God, I'm a child. I still feel that way. I'm a child. I still feel like a kid as a 25-year-old. And I heard this great quote about that. And essentially the idea is if you're waiting for the moment where you're going to feel like an adult so you can start living, so you can start being responsible and taking control of your life, that moment's never going to come. It's not going to come, folks. It's not going to come. It's not. All right? So start being an adult in this moment. From here on out, start taking responsibility for your responsibilities. All right? We all know what we need to do. We all know what needs to be done. But when you're 18 and you're a senior in high school, like you're the king. Absolutely. And high school itself for me was a lot of fun. It was easy. I mean, I got A's and B's, so the schooling itself wasn't very difficult. Oh, God, I'm eating too much food. Sorry, folks. Yeah, it was... It is what it is. I think everyone would kind of agree that high school, it is what it is. It's a weird experience. It's a weird time. Like you're going through puberty. You're trying things for the first time. Like you're having. Yeah, I didn't have my first kiss until I was 16. So well, I was a sophomore. And I felt my first pair of tits then too. Oof, it was nice. Good Lord. That sounds so creepy. Ooh, them nice titties. You got to stay away from any man who goes. Anyone who's growling like an animal at a woman, you're gonna want to keep an eye on. You're gonna want to keep an eye on that person because that person's a predator. Look at that one. that one go by. You'll as a man, you'll always end up by another guy, whether you're at a bar, you could be at an airport, you could be anywhere, and you just sit down, start having conversation of some sort. And if they start doing the old, like if a lady walks by a hot woman, and they go, if they start imitating a wild beast, you're gonna want to either run away or just take your phone out and start filming so that you have evidence, because they're going to probably not bang that chick because they're very creepy, and they're probably gonna resort to you because they're very horny and they're an animal, and you're gonna want evidence of the crime that's about to take place. That's what you're gonna want to do. But moving on from high school, college was fun. College is way better than high school. Way better. Again, I was still pretty insecure about certain aspects of myself. I don't know why I was so insecure, like sexually. I really was. I think it was because I being raised as a Christian, as a man of God, and I do believe in God, and don't get me wrong, but sex is very stigmatized, and the idea is don't have sex till you're married. And I think there's something really, really beautiful about that. And part of me really wishes that I had that with someone. But I started thinking about it, and I'm like, wow, I'm probably not gonna get married. If I'm talking to my parents, it's like, well, what if I don't get married till I'm 30? It's like, well, no sex until 30. It's like, I've decided. Can I masturbate? It's like, no. Imagine being one of those families. I didn't have that. But imagine that. It's like, masturbation is a sin, son. You'll burn in hell if you touch your little pee-pee. Yeah, so once I realized I wasn't going to get married, anytime soon, it's like I had no prospects. Like, hey, I had a prom date. She moved. Is that close? Is that marriage? So I was like, well, I'm gonna start, making the beast with two backs. That's my favorite one for sex. Making the beast with two backs. That is my favorite way of saying it. That and bumping uglies is very funny to me. Bumping uglies. Genitalia, it's you don't want to be, if you got a camera up, you don't want to be an eighth of an inch away. All right, you want, like, for me personally, as far as like seeing a naked woman, it's like I want to see all of you. I want to see from your head, head to toes. The idea of like a girl just like taking a picture of her pussy and sending it to someone, like guys we don't really want to, I don't necessarily want to see just that. I mean, if you send it up, thanks, great. I mean, I'm flattered, but it's like, give me some context. It's like, it's not just the pussy I want to see. It's like, show me your ass a bit, stick it out like every woman does, and like contort your body to make yourself look appealing to us men. But yeah, I want a little bit of everything, and I think every man would agree that we don't want to see. I assume, ladies, please let me know. Reach out to the Trevor Ohlsen Show at gmail.com. Like, you probably don't just want dick pics. I've talked to so many girls who they just get dick pics from guys, and it's like just the cock. It's like ladies, you've got to want more than just that as far as like a visual, right? I know you guys are less visual than us. You're more story based. Like, ooh, tell me what you're gonna do to me. Oh, I'm gonna tie you up and fuck you. It's like that's what a guy immediately thinks. If a girl, every woman is like, ooh, and tell me more. Tell me what you're gonna do to me. And the guy's like, I'm gonna fuck you. I'm gonna put my penis inside you. That is how men's brains work, and that is how women's brains work. I was talking to this woman who messaged me on Instagram, and she started talking to me about all the different sort of erotic songs and erotic books that she listens to. And it's funny how many women are into that. Like women basically consume erotica like men consume pornography. which is very interesting because men are more visually oriented and women are more story oriented. So I just find it funny that's just the difference. That's the difference between men and women. I don't know where I was going with any of this. Let me find. Hold on. Yes, I was talking about my my sexual insecurities. So sex was stigmatized for me, but not like my parents weren't like authoritarian brutes about it. You know, they were just like, yeah, wait till you're married. And it's like, well, I know I'm not getting married soon, so it's like, well, my God, I'm not gonna be the fucking 28-year-old virgin. Who like how many girls have you? I've been asked that so many times by dudes. It's like, oh, dude, you're a good looking guy. How many girls have you been with? And it's like, when I had never been with anyone, they were like, what? Like, what are you doing? Because that's a thing amongst guys, especially now in this world that we're living in. It's like, if you're not fucking every living, breathing thing out there, it's like you're weird. And it's like, it's an egotistical thing about guys. It's like guys will share their number and be like, I've been with like 80. And it's like, whoa, okay. It's like, should you be proud of that? Like, you probably have an STD. Like, you're going to die of AIDS. All right? I know we have it pretty much figured out, but it's this one's gonna fuck you just like you fucked those 80 chicks. All right? And that one dude that you wanted to try one time. So, yes, I was, when did I lose my virginity? I waited until I was 20. And let me tell you, to the woman who partaked in the event, I apologize. Oh, it was so bad. It was, again, because I was very insecure. I didn't really get secure sexually until I had my first real girlfriend. And then she saw that I was insecure, and she was like, hey. She, like, snapped me out of it. She was like, hey, relax. And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, it's funny. But yeah, when I lost my virginity, oh man, it was, like I said, I was very nervous, and it's a big deal. You know, it's one of those things that we bubble up in our brains. We make it seem more than it is. And so it's like, you know, it's got to be perfect. And it's like, I got to please her. And I hope it's great for her. I hope it's great for me. It's like, and if you're a man and like when you're young, it's like, oh my God, is my dick big enough? Like all these different thoughts that once you, in hindsight, you get older, you go, oh, like it's none of that matters. Like it doesn't. Like what matters is having an intimate connection with this person, being with them in the moment. It's not about fucking the orgasm at the end. It's like being present with that moment, and preferably with someone you love. Isn't that sweet? Preferably with someone you love. You want to fuck that person you love. But yeah, I was 20, and I put my penis inside her and came immediately. Right away, folks. I'm sharing stories with you. And she was like, that was great. Oh, God bless her. Very sweet. I won't name any names. But it was so bad. Like, I almost don't even consider it losing my virginity. Because it's like, I mean, I technically did, but it was so quick that I don't know, it almost didn't count. It's like it almost didn't count. That's what it felt like. Okay, I gotta run to the bathroom real quick. I will be right back. So yes, it was technically we had sex, but yeah, it was so bad. And like I said, and then I really didn't become sexually secure until I was with my first girlfriend, and I was 21 at that point. And then, but thank God, got over all of those hurdles. All right, let's do some stuff. All right, let me pull this up here. All right, we had someone reach out to the show. Again, I hope you guys have been enjoying the show as much as I have. If you'd like to support the show, head over to patreon.com/Trevor Ohlsen so that you will gain exclusive access to the bonus weekly Patreon episodes that come out every Sunday. And if you, so head over to there, patreon.com/Trevor Ohlsen, or head over to my website at trevorolsen.com, and you'll see a little section that says, want to support the show. And you can just click on that, and you'll gain access to those not free. Excuse me, pardon me. You'll gain access to the Patreon episodes weekly, coming out every Sunday. And also, if you'd like to reach out to the show, please, because I really want to do a more lengthy section of reading what you guys have to say on things. So you can reach out to the show at thetrevorolsenshow@gmail.com. You can just also head over to my website, trevorolsen.com, click on the contact section, and there is a little thing that says reach out to the Trevor Ohlsen Show, and reach out to me. So, all right, we have I'm going to do a little read here for you from a listener. All right. Hey, Trevor. By the way, I found this very clever. The title of the email is labeled nudes. So yes, please reach out to the show and send me your comments, your questions, your nudes. So it says, "Hey Trevor, please be advised there are no nudes in the context of this email. Parental advisory is not needed. I just wanted to see if you'd open it knowing there was some explicit content. Haha. Okay. Your podcasts have been great so far. Thank you. Seriously, congrats on a great start. I am a huge fan of listening to podcasts, so seeing someone in my hometown that I knew of in high school was pretty exciting. It's great that you are now reaching out to a new set of viewers. I will say, episode number 5 was flawless and satisfying. Thank you. Thanks! Who doesn't enjoy listening to people's conversations when there's humor and a lot of openness involved? Yeah, if you guys want to go back and listen to that one, that was my podcast I did with Shane Collins and Eric Wilson. It was a lot of fun. You have a great voice. Thank you. It's nice to listen to, especially in number 1 when you lowered your voice for the ASMR impression, LOL. And then she put a wet emoji and like a sweating, excited emoji. So basically, I'm getting this girl's pussy wet when I talk like this. When I talk like this, it makes her pussy wet. The ASMR thing is still, it's very interesting to me. But I do I've always enjoyed it when a woman talks into my ear very sexually, very whispery, breathy talk. I have a friend that does a food porn podcast where he has friends / random people join him for a home-cooked meal, and then they will discuss, the taste that, I can't fucking read, of that meal amongst other things while doing the podcast. Hearing you have your first podcast with guests was exciting. Thank you. Okay, on a side note, I'd like to end this email with a mention of a topic in number 5. Women are just as horny as men. Yes, ladies of the Trevor Ohlsen Show podcast, ladies, please, I want to hear your thoughts on this. Are you as horny as your man? Or is your pussy dried right up whenever his dick is hard? Because I believe it. I think women want to fuck as much as guys do. I truly believe that. And which is it's a great realization, and it's also terrifying because I want to fuck always. It's actually a problem. You know, I got to jerk off like 4 times a day. It might be too much. You know, I'm starting to chafe. So, but I do believe I do believe women are just as horny as men. So, ladies, please weigh in. Reach out to the Trevor Ohlsen Show at gmail.com. So she said, women are just as horny as men, some more than others. And I can only speak on behalf of myself, but I'll openly admit that I am with no shame. You go, girl. Yeah, you fuck those men. Yeah. Like in episode number 1, when you lowered your voice, instant turn on, just like this. She likes this. Do you like this? I hope so. Okay. That's so funny. But I get it. Guess I'm not ending this email with that. On a new side note, If you ever want to experiment with having a complete stranger as a guest on your show, I'll just toss it out in the open that I'd be more than happy to volunteer myself for the spot. Yeah, because you want to fuck me. But hey, I'm okay with that. All right, could make for a very interesting podcast of two people of the opposite sex meeting for the first time and fucking live on the air. I added that one. Meeting for the first time to discuss comfortable/uncomfortable topics that others can relate to. Cool. Now, with that being said, I'm bringing this wonderful brief email to an end. I wish you the best of luck on all your endeavors and look forward to hearing back from you. Sincerely, me. P.S. Hope you don't receive too many uncomfortable nudes. Thank you for reaching out to the show. I won't say your name as far as just for privacy, but appreciate you. And I did reach out to you. We had a nice conversation, and thank you. So thanks for reaching out to the show. And ladies, reach out to the show. Are you as horny as your man? Are you as horny as men in general? Do you think you want dick as much as men want pussy? All right, I need to know. The Trevor Ohlsen Show at gmail.com. Let me know your stories. Is your guy always trying to fuck you and you're like, hey, put it away, you're an animal? Or is your man shriveled up, his little penis shriveled up, and you're going, why aren't you fucking me? I'm horny all the time. I'm wet right now. All right, I'm eating dinner. It's dripping down my thigh. I don't know. So let me know. Are you as horny as your man? The Trevor Ohlsen Show at gmail.com. Again, if you'd like to support the show, head over to patreon.com/Trevor Ohlsen for the weekly bonus episodes. Yeah, if I could do like a whole section of just reads, like I would have a blast doing that. So please reach out to the show. I wanted to say, do I have any other reads here? No, just the one nude one. Yeah. Where's it going with that? So, oh yes. Now, I also want to do a little section where I just want to talk with you guys. I just want to talk with you guys. I want to hear what I want to hear. I want to hear. This is a great idea. Your top 5 funny/uncomfortable, awkward sex moments. All right, I'm very curious. Men and women alike. All right, I'm already fucking telling you that I'm coming immediately when I put my penis into a vagina for the first time, all right? I've opened up to you. Now you open up to me, all right? All right, I want to know. I want to know the details, so send me your top 5 most awkward sex moments. I will keep your name private. Private, get on over here. Tell me your sex story, son. Well, I fucked this old lady when I was 14, and I broke her hip. Did you now, boy? Yeah, I did. I did indeed. So let me know the details of what's going on. I'd love to hear from you. Reach out to the Trevor Ohlsen Show at gmail.com. In other news, you hear where my mind is. In other nudes, yes, if you want to send me, ladies, if you're going to send me your nudes, I don't want just the pussy, all right? Just like I would show you respect by showing you more than just my cock, all right? I'd show my body. So show me, if you're sending me nudes, I want the body, all right? I don't just need the pussy, all right? Nobody wants to see that. Put that thing away. Okay, so in other news, rather than nudes, the sauna is gonna be here any day, guys. I'm very excited, and I know you guys. Did I say very? I'm very excited. I'm very excited for the sauna. It's going to be here any day now, and I'm going to have so much fun in it. I am. I'm very excited. Fuck me. I'm very excited. Just like this girl is right now, as I'm whispering into the mic. Now she's probably laughing, and maybe everyone else is getting off on it, or you're a dude and you don't like me doing this. Okay, so the sauna is coming, and what's the date? The 7th. It could be here in 3 days. It's almost 100% probably not going to be, though. Let's see. RedwoodOutdoors.com. Check on the old update. But it's supposed to be here at the earliest in 3 days. The latest 19 days? The latest 19 days from now. What does it say? Order in production. Last update was September 10th. Fucking give me an update! Yeah, it's the last update, September 10th. Guess what? It's October 7th, you fucks. Let me... This company... No, they've been fine. And they have good reviews. And hopefully the sound is great. And I do think it will be. It's going to be very fun. But just fucking give me an update. All right? Order in production. Yeah, well, is it still? Or are you just lazy and you haven't told me that it's ready? All right, it's going to be here in 3 days. My father and I have to beef up the deck so that it can support 1,000 pounds. All right, we have work to do. Okay, we've got the fucking NMU Wi-Fi shit going on. We got to go up on the roof, potentially die, hang up an antenna. We're gonna fall off, kill my cat on the way down, more than likely, because he's always outside. So the way life works, I'm gonna fall on him and crush his skull. After that, my mother is having cabinets done, so it's gonna sound like a fucking construction site I'm sure, on the next podcast. And these motherfuckers don't even show up. They don't have the decency, the decency to show up when they said they're going to. My mom said, they said, when do you want us there? And unfortunately, my mom made the mistake of not saying a specific date. Like, hey, be here October 5th at 10 a.m., you fuckers. Like, that's what she should have said. And she's like, oh, just come this week. And now it's fucking midweek Wednesday, and she thought they were going to be here Monday, and they're not here. We're paying you to make the cabinets nice. All right? We want a nice white and a subtle green. And it's not going to happen if you're not here doing the work. So we got the NMU Wi-Fi. We're getting cabinets done. We got a fucking sauna coming. We got a lot going on. We got a lot going on here at the Ohlsen residence, which is nice because we usually don't have shit going on at all. Oh yeah, stretch. Oh, good energy. Oh, water. There we go. Much better. I don't know if I told you guys too, but that sauna is going to be it's a sauna kit. So we actually have to put it together ourselves. And it sounds, part of me is like, really? You pay all this money for a sauna? It's like, we gotta fucking put it together ourselves? You fucking kidding me? Like that part, part of me is thinking that. But, like I said, couldn't really find anyone locally that had good reviews that wasn't backed up for like half a year. So it would have been great just to order a sauna and it shows up ready to go and, you're cooking in it at the end of the day. But it's going to be fun. I got my cousins coming over, sister's boyfriend, father, ex-girlfriend's father. Funny enough, I'm very good friends with my ex-girlfriend's father. And I want to have him on the podcast. And he needs to have his own because he's very funny. So he'll be on. I'm going to continue to have guests on. Thank you for asking. I'm going to continue to have some guests on. I'm actually recording a podcast tomorrow morning. Bright fucking early at 7 a.m. With a friend who's coming into town. He just is happening. It's just so happening. Pardon me. It's just so happening that he's going to be in town very early. So we're going to do a little podcasty cast at 7 a.m. I'm always up at 7:30. And now this motherfucker's making me get up at 6:30. It's going to deregulate my circadian rhythms, you motherfucker. You know who you are. But I'm really looking forward to it. It should be a great show for you, and it will be out on Saturday, so keep an eye out for that. But yeah, back to the sauna. Like, it's gonna take 4 hours. Well, it says it takes 4 hours to put together, and that's people who have some skills. Thankfully, my father's very good at woodworking. He has a great understanding of it. He's done it his whole life. Me, on the other hand, I don't do it. I'm too entitled. I don't want to break a nail. Like, I don't want to, like, messed up my jacket, my outfit for the day, my hair. Like, it's not for me. Like, can't you do it? Like, can't we get a poor person to do it? Like, imagine having that mentality and that narrative running through your brain. Like, can't we just have a poor person do it? Like, it seems tough. It seems, I just don't want to do it. I mean, can't we have, like, Terry? Terry's poor, right? He needs money. Let's just give him money to do it. Like, oh, God. That fucking attitude. That'd be bad. That would be a bad attitude to have. Fuck that bitch, get her, throw her in Iraq. Have someone take her hostage and make her... what rhymes with hostage? Have her working at postage. Now she's working in Iraq. There's a male woman. Oh, how we doing on time? We're hanging in there, folks. I'm gonna give you about 10 more minutes because I know you just love hearing me talk. Oh my God. There we go. Good. I should probably get a better water bottle for this podcast. It's very big as far as the girth of it. Think of a big thick cock. I can't even get my mouth around it. And yeah, not that I have cocks in my mouth, but like if it was a cock, I'd be like, that's not happening. That's not happening for me. So I have, since it's such a big opening, I have to like carefully pour it into my mouth so that it doesn't pour all over my face. Now I'm just thinking of dick and my face. Yeah, I don't like this at all. I see, I told you he was gay. I'm not, I swear. Listen, I love gay people. I'm a lover of all peoples. Ion. I'm a big fan of ions, of atoms, molecules. I don't even know what an ion is. Let's find out. Ion. An atom or molecule with a net electric charge due to the loss or gain of one or more electrons. It's like, how the fuck did anyone figure that out ever? People are so much smarter than me, which is it's a humbling realization. I've never thought that I was like very, very intelligent anyway. I've thought I see myself as a competent adult who's good at a certain set of skills that I've honed over the years. But as far as intelligence, I really didn't value education until I got into my 20s a lot more. Pardon me. And so, but it's a humbling realization, and it's a good realization to realize, like, man, there are really, really, really smart people out there, and you can learn a lot from them if you stand on a foundation of humility, son. All right? You out here thinking you're hot shit, trying to fuck these hookers, you're not even that smart, all right? If you've ever fucked a hooker, please reach out to the Trevor Ohlsen Show at gmail.com. Tell me your top 5 embarrassing hooker stories. I'd love to hear from you, man or woman. That'd be impressive. Are there man hookers? Yeah, there's gotta be. Are there men hookers? Of course there. Yeah, what am I saying? Male prostitution is the act or practice of men providing sexual services in return for payment. It is a form of sex work. Although clients can be any gender, the vast majority are male. Oh, so it's a bunch of gay dudes. Gotcha. Cool. Compared to female prostitutes, male prostitutes have been far less studied by researchers. Well, what do we know about female prostitutes? What do we know about female prostitutes? Are all First title comes up by Psychology Today. Are all women essentially prostitutes? You know what, Jerry? I'm going to go out and say yes. All women, all bitches just fuck for money. Okay, let's see. Let's see what this person has to say. I'm going to just rip through it without any sort of context. Same day, a date, $300 an hour. I mean, that's a good gig, $300 an hour. There's a lot of paragraphs here. Just give me some fucking titles. Just give me some headlines. A perspective from someone who knows what she's talking about. Oh, really? I bet you're just hot shit. Okay, this is articles from 2011. This is 9 years ago, all right? We got Tik Tokers making $500,000 an hour, all right? The world is changing. Do I think that all women are prostitutes? No. No. What percentage of prostitutes are female? 80%. Okay. So 80%, well, that's, yeah. See, yeah, sure, you gotta do what you gotta do. All right. No, there's 40 to 42 million prostitutes in the world. Holy shit. According to a report from Foundation Sellies, I don't know, 3/4 of them are between the, oh, that's not good. 3/4 of them are between the ages of 13 and 25. Oh my God. Okay, now I just feel bad. If you're 13, oh boy, an estimated 1 million prostitutes live in the U.S., even though it's legal in Nevada. What a bonkers law. Like, you can just fuck out there for money, no problem. That's hilarious. That is so crazy. Now, if you're 13, that's not hilarious at all. If you want to make that decision as a woman, I say, you know, if that's something you really are adamant about, and I mean in a passionate way, not in a resort sort of way, like well, you know, my fucking gig at Wendy's ended and I'm gonna be evicted, so I better blow some dude. Like, that's sad. I think prostitution in general is sad, as far because it's not like prostitutes are happy. I mean, listen, if you're a prostitute and you are happy, please reach out to the show at thetrevorolsenshow@gmail.com. I would love to hear from you. Pardon me. But I mean, I think it's pretty easy to say that these women and men are in dire straits where they need money. They feel like there's no other option. They're probably having psychological issues. They're probably on pills. I mean, they have addictions that they're trying to feed, and you know, this is the only work that they can do because they can't maintain a stable position at any sort of corporate job. Yeah, and it's like that. What was that one show I watched? Let's say it was about porn on Netflix. What was that? Female. Oh boy, here we go. Female porn Netflix show. What was it called? Hot Girls Wanted. That's right. Let's see. Hot Girls Wanted. Hot Girls Wanted is a 2015 American documentary filmed by Jill, a woman, and Rona. Rona? Got the Rona. Hot Girls Wanted. Okay. Follows the lives of several 18 and 19-year-old pornographic actresses. Yeah, and it's really sad because, you know, these women, they think that, I can only speak just from as an observer, but, you know, they think that the industry is going to be either kind of naive and they get into it and they think they're going to make a lot of money, but like, it's really, really, obviously, I mean, I think pornography in general is, you know, the sexual exploitation of women in general isn't good. It's not good for women. It's not good for men psychologically. So, I mean, yeah, all these girls, they get into it, and by the time they get out of it, I mean, they're just psychologically incredibly damaged. And, well, yeah, I mean, who wouldn't be? It's like you're an object. You are being objectified by a man who's fucking you for money. Yeah, that wouldn't leave anyone feeling terrible. Let's see. The reception. Rotten Tomatoes reports that 9 of 11 surveyed critics gave the film an 82% positive review. Okay. What was the purpose of it? Just to show the exploitation of women? But yeah. So I'm sure the same goes for prostitutes. It's like they're being sexually exploited. You know, they're being objectified. They're being dehumanized. It's not a good route. Folks, it's not a good career path, all right? As someone who's done it. As someone who's been out on the streets. Fucking, you know, lovely women. Women want me. You know, they said that male prostitutes typically go for male clients. But I have women clients all the time. They're lovely. They're great. They're very, very generous. They're very kind. They're very beautiful. They're very powerful. They're powerful women. They want to feel, you know, domineering and powerful. So they dominate me. It's great. It's great. I did it for a while, but believe me, I felt very objectified, very dehumanized. It was all in all a terrible experience. So yeah, it's been, folks, it's been an interesting show. We covered a lot of great topics. I can't believe half the shit I talked about. Well, it's fucking going up live, so you're hearing it. And if you made it this far, I just want to say I appreciate you guys. I hope you've been enjoying the show as much as I have. Again, if you'd like to support the show, head over to patreon.com/Trevor Ohlsen, or just type Trevor Ohlsen in on patreon.com, and you will have a couple different options and a couple different means provided to you for supporting the show. Please reach out to the show at thetrevorolsenshow@gmail.com. I love to hear from you. Like I said, your top 5 awkward sex moments. Are women as horny as men? And if you're a prostitute and happy, please let me know. So stay healthy, folks. Surround yourself by people who love you. Get outside, go for a run. You fat motherfucker, go for a run. You know you need to. Eat some good vegetables, drink less soda, and have a lovely rest of your day, folks. And I will talk to you on Saturday.